Good morning, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, we're heading down to the beachfront. I thought I'd give you one of those drive on the beach views this morning and let you see the painted sky sunrise. Actually, we're a little late. We got tied up at the office working in the studio and I lost track of time. But it's still a painted sky sunrise. Let's look here. Oh man, imagine sitting on the deck of that house right there, watching the sunrise this morning here on the upper Texas coast. This just doesn't get any better than that. Look, I wanted to say hi to everyone this morning, but we started our new shows this week, and we ran into a fiasco with our show yesterday, our real estate show, and it's really a good show. And so we're going to play it this morning, just a little revamp. I wanted to show y'all what it looked like here on the beachfront. But I also wanted to show y'all what the show was like. Because it was a great show. It was our kickoff show. And so there's your painted sky sunrise this morning so that you can still see what that looks like. Let me throw a little sound in here so you can hear the surf. And if you saw the show yesterday, it's with Greg Fountain. We're going to play it again now real quick. I've got the show loaded and let you see what it's about. See our new real estate show here on Bolivar. And please listen in. Follow our page so you get notifications, because these shows, once we get them going, we've got the Lighthouse on Mondays, we've got real estate on Tuesdays, we've got insurance on Wednesdays, and then we've got our weekend outlook and stuff on Thursdays. And we're trying to get the studio together so we can get that out tomorrow. That may be another week away. I've been going in about 4:30 in the morning, working till 4:30 or 5 at night, and I'm starting to get tired. On top of that, trying to keep up with the Astros. So hated to see the way that game turned out yesterday. But listen into this show and take a look at it, because I think it's going to help everyone as we get going in these shows with real estate down here and what we have to offer. Listen in. Hi everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and welcome to our first new series, Bolivar Live Real Estate, where we're going to talk about real estate each week on Tuesdays with a realtor from Bolivar Peninsula. We're going to talk about home sales, what they're seeing, and help you decide when it's time for you to buy or sell your home. Today we have Greg Fountain with us from Swedes Real Estate. Greg, thanks for joining us. In fact, we're in one of the houses that he has for sale at Beachfront, fully furnished.
3036 Copacabana. It's a gorgeous home. You know, it doesn't get any better. And here, coastal, during the summer, a lot of people want to be down here. But a day like today, after a norther just blew through, you could sit on the front deck. You're protected from the wind. And it makes drinking coffee a whole lot better. Especially
the sunrise. I was on the beach this morning for the sunrise, and it was beautiful. Let's talk about homes. Man, it's been a busy year and a half. Talk about what we had back in 2019 versus what we have now, and what you see for the future.
You know, 2019, between the Houston and Galveston MLSs combined, that's the two MLSs that local realtors commonly go to. Most clients go straight to Zillow or Facebook to get their idea what they're looking for. But on the Houston and Galveston MLS, there was around 450 homes for sale on the Bolivar Peninsula.
In 2019.
In 2019. A few months ago here in 2021, you know, March, April, May, those numbers got below 100, and we're back up over 100 now, maybe 100, 125. but houses are going very quick. I listed a house last night at a little after 5, and by 6 o'clock, I had 3 phone calls, including an individual from New York looking at this house.
And I've heard people are buying houses sight unseen, almost, or as far as walkthroughs. They're going through the listing. A couple of them, and a lot of them are investors looking. They're looking at the bottom dollar on what they can rent it for.
Exactly. Not just that, but hoping for the appreciation in the future and being able to make some money that way. It's more and more common. This week, I showed 2 houses via FaceTime to individuals. When I was at that house yesterday putting my banners on the house, 2 of the people that called me, I FaceTimed them to show them the view down the road of the water, and it's a forever view because there were some buyouts there. So these are things that a local agent that lives and works on the Bolivar Peninsula will be able to help you with. You know, we get a lot of agents from out of the area that try to come down here and sell real estate, and via their Texas license they can, but also as a licensed Texas realtor, you're supposed to know the market you're selling in. And a lot of these, most agents here on the peninsula don't sell in Houston or Beaumont or Dallas.
Right.
We concentrate here on the peninsula to know your market. You know, I have agents calling me and I tell them what flood zone, what insurance the house, and they want to know how you know that. And it's from being local, and maybe you've shown the house before, or you just know that subdivision, and that's what a local realtor brings to the table.
And you know, I've seen that a lot, and I've had local or out-of-town realtors call me for advertising and stuff. But by the time we get done talking, and I talk about local realtors, because you know, if you're in Houston selling in Katy versus the east side of Houston, it's not that much different. But down here, we have a whole new world. You've got those flood zones. You've got you need to know insurance. And you know, a lot of people don't realize insurance can make a difference. And it's changed now where we're seeing V zones go down and A zones go up a little bit, and vice versa. And now in January, in fact, we're going to do a show on it. I think windstorm goes up like 5% or something. And so having a local realtor, in fact, you and I were talking about insurance the other day on being able to get good pricing because you know what to put in, or you know what to feed the agent, the insurance person, so that you can get good pricing.
You know, and that's another thing. I had a gentleman that he lives in the Houston area. All of his insurance is written with an agent out of the Katy area. That agent does him a fantastic job. He tried to get that agent to write a policy on the house he's buying here, and they just didn't understand what it takes. And that's why we use local insurance agents, whether they're here on the peninsula, or we've got a couple out of the Beaumont and Port Arthur area that write a lot of policies down here and know what to do, what to put into those search engines or those rate calculators to get you a true, you know, if you've got a V-zone house with a louvered garage, that is about $1,500 a year less than if you have a solid wall garage. So a local agent's going to be able to tell people when they're looking at a house that off the top of their head and help them make that decision. You know, the 44% of our market back in 2018, 2019 was $250,000 houses to $350,000 houses. They don't exist anymore. So
if you find a $250,000 home, you better snatch it up and plan on doing a little work to it.
Exactly.
Just because, I mean, we're getting more popular down here as far as Bolivar. Land prices everywhere are going up. And so, you know, lumber was sky high this year. And so, and a lot of people went, instead of building a house, did you see people buying a home that was built already versus trying to build one because of the cost of the lumber? Did you see any of that?
Well, you know, we've got some really good builders here on the Bolivar Peninsula, and they couldn't get pilings. There's still a piling shortage.
And so it was more being able to get into a home when they wanted to because of the shortage of the pilings.
Well, like Steve Burkhart, traditional craftsman, he is one of the better builders down here. A straight shooter builds a great house.
In fact, that's who I would have build a home probably.
And Steve is a year out minimum because of the houses he has to build that are already in line. You know, there's a lot of great builders down here, but before you decide to build something, you know, the average lot on the peninsula is 50 by 100. And 40 years ago, when there was a 800 or 1,000 square foot house on it, there was a lot of room on the lots, but now people are pushing the limits and building the larger houses.
Building up instead of out.
Yeah, and you need to, you know all the things you're going to do when it comes to either septic or the undying sewer system. There's just a lot of things that you need to sit down with a local realtor to help walk you through it, help you point out some, the location that's best for what, for rentals from Stingaree Road to Monkhouse is a hotbed. For people that really don't want that much activity, then you go east of Stingaree Road, or you go down the Boyd Road, the Holiday Shores subdivision. Some of that area right there, build you a house. It's a little bit more quieter. You're still going to be busy on the peninsula, 4th of July, Jeep weekend, Memorial, Labor Day, things like this. But, if you're going to have a rental property, if you're going to buy it as an investment to offset your taxes and insurance and hopefully kind of break even or make some money, or a true beachfront or second or third row, some of these houses can make gross $75,000, $80,000, $100,000 or more, depending on the number of heads and beds. And that's if you think you can buy a $400,000 or $500,000 house and make $80,000 in rental a year, we've seen that's just not going to be the case unless it's some kind of spectacular one-off. But on average, sit down with a local realtor and let them. I would rather talk somebody out of buying a house and them see me at Stingaree and wave at me than sell them a house and
that they're not happy with.
And then a year later, they don't even acknowledge me because now they're into something that they didn't realize they couldn't afford, or there's a lot of factors. But,
right.
The turnover on the peninsula is on average about 3 to 5 years. And that's because life happens. There's death, there's divorce, there's job changes, there's a lot of things.
Grandkids, I hear a lot when I'm shooting photos of houses. Why are they moving? My grandkids. I want to be closer to my grandkids, or we want to move so that we can go to their sports on weekends and stuff.
Exactly. So, that's a huge factor.
Great. Well, Greg, thanks for joining us today. Remember, every Tuesday at 4 p.m., we're going to have Bolivar Live Real Estate. Hopefully Greg will be with us. If not, one of the other local realtors down here will be with us, and we'll be talking real estate and maybe throw in some houses for sale. Greg, if someone wants to get hold of you for some questions or a home, how can they get hold of you? By phone?
Yes, sir. They can reach me on my cell phone, 409-284-2665. Or if you have questions about rental properties, you can call the Swedes office at 409-684-3345.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, and until next time and another show on real estate here on Bolivar Peninsula, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Sorry we ran it. There's your morning sunrise. We just wanted to give you the best of both worlds because we really enjoyed the show doing it with Greg Fountain from Swedes. We've got some more shows lined up with him and some other realtors, and so we're going to get back to the studio. We've got to go up and see Pastor Kay and do some stuff up at Crystal Beach Community Church at 9 o'clock, so we've got a full day ahead. We're going to head on out. Let us know where you're listening from. When you're coming down, say hi, say bye, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you tune in, follow us, and watch us on our weekly shows here, along with our beachfront drives and area business info. Remember, oyster season has started. Everyone's winding up for a great oyster platter dinner this week. at area restaurants. So stop by, get you some fresh oysters, kick off the first week of oyster season. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.